Not really interesting. It's more of trying to catch you guys up on what's been going on with my channel, how I haven't been uploading, why I haven't been driving my E90, what's going on with my E36. So, let's just talk about what happened yesterday. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, yesterday was literally the worst day of my life because I had a flashback of, like, pretty much my choices in life. When I was driving my E36 to the DMV that same morning, I went down to the DMV and I forgot I left all my paperwork at home because I went on vacation. I took all the paperwork out of the car, the pink slip and everything, because, you know, it's common sense. You don't want someone stealing your car with a pink slip inside the car. So when I got there, I forgot about it, came all the way back home. When I was gonna go back, it was time for prayer. Went down to go pray. It was like 12:30, you know. As a Muslim, you pray at the mosque on Friday prayers at around, like, you go to the mosque around like 1ish. So yeah, that's that. And then once we got back home, I decided, you know, I still want to go back to the DMV, but before I do that, I want to go smog it as well because the engine's been running really smooth. It just felt like a good time to go get it smogged and then go to the DMV and register it so I can make it my daily for now, as my E90 is not running now. As I was driving it to the smog, Sacramento, like let's say like 5 miles in on the highway, out of nowhere, I hear a big chunk of metal fall on the ground, and my car lifted up a little bit, and the steering kind of got stiff a little bit, and I was kind of in the middle lane. It wasn't like, you know, I had to like stay straight. It was a little bit scary at the time. It could have been a whole lot worse, but I didn't even know what it was. I'll explain to you guys what it was toward the end of this video. So, metal blew up everywhere. You just hear a bunch of metal. I don't know what. It was just a lot of metal. I just heard a lot of metal fall at the bottom of my car. And then I see this truck behind me as I'm trying to go off the side of the road to pull over. This truck behind me comes behind me. I thought he was going to come help me out, tow my car, be a nice guy. He says, "Yo, look at my windshield. You just shattered all of it." And I was like, "Oh, great. Car's not even registered or anything." It's like, alright, so I gave him my ID, I let him take a picture of it, I gave him my phone number, I said, go find out how much it's going to cost to fix, and let me know, I'll pay for it. If it's expensive, I'll find a guy for you, don't worry about it. He's like, alright, he went about his day. I was over here in the heat for like 2 hours, like 115 degrees in the car has no AC. The car turned on just fine, shifted gears just fine, just won't go into gear for some reason. And I was like, it would go into gear, but it won't roll. So I didn't know what was the cause of the problem. I'm not a mechanical guy. I'm more of like I'm getting into mechanical, but, you know, I'm still learning. This is why I have a project car. And like 2 hours later, after calling multiple tow trucks, trying to see the cost, it was a Friday. It was, you know, busy roads. A cop stopped by and he's like, I'm with Highway Patrol. I've seen your car still here after, you know, I circuited this highway like twice almost, and I mean more than twice. And then I was like, okay. He's like, do you need some help? And I was like, no. He's like, alright, how come you haven't called a tow truck or anything? And I'm like, I'm trying to find a good one. I was on my way to the DMV to go register the car, and he's like, the car isn't registered. I was like, no. He's like, he's like, when'd you get the car? And I said, and I didn't want to lie about how I got it, like, got it today or something. I did get it 3 months ago because it's probably going to ask me for all my information because it's the only information I have for the car, and it shows when I purchased the car. So I said 3 weeks ago. He said, why are you driving after 3 weeks? And I said, I just got the car running and everything, which was, you know, a lie, but, you know, trying to get out of trouble. And then he's like, no, you shouldn't be driving it, period, and all this kind of stuff. And the cop out of nowhere in the same car comes out. I didn't even know there was 2 cops in the car. The other cop comes out. He's like, yo, so do you need some help or something? I was like, yeah, man. If you can just get me off the highway, it'd be great. I'm just like dying over here. My shirt was just like balling and sweat. My phone had like 8% on it. Try to call everybody. I have AAA, but, you know, they said that if the car isn't registered, we can't tow your car. So I couldn't even use my free tow, which I get like, you know, 6 of them a year. It was all BS. So the police officer, then the second one was super chill, called another highway patrol towing truck, towed me off the highway to like a local, I don't know, place that they take people. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it's a thing. Got dropped off there. I went into CVS, bought like so many drinks. I'm just like losing all my energy. Didn't eat anything since the morning. I woke up like early morning, like 10, and I wanted to just be productive. And it just didn't. Nothing went according to plan that day. It was just terrible. So when I went to CVS, got my drinks and everything. Been calling a few guys. They're like, "Oh, we can't make it out. Yada yada yada. Oh, you're in a really bad spot. It's gonna cost a little bit more, like 160 to tow it 25 minutes. I mean, 160. I work minimum wage. 160 is like almost like if you work like part-time minimum wage, that is a week's worth of work for 25 minutes of worth of tow. So that's kind of ridiculous. For me, I do work almost full-time, but minimum wage still. So it's like 16, 17 hours for a 25-minute tow. It just, in my mind, wouldn't go into my mind. And I had to find like the cheapest guy to do it. And there was this one dude, super chill, cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was the cheapest I could find. I needed to get home. I was not in the mood. Like, it was literally, like I'm telling you guys, the worst day of my life. Like, everything just flashed before my eyes with when I crashed the car. I almost crashed the car. And I was just thinking, oh my God, I have 2 cars in the garage. Can't afford to fix any of them right now. What am I going to do with YouTube? Yada, yada, yada. So all this was going through my mind. This guy, for $85 I negotiated. He said, I'll take your car home. So I finally paid this guy. Took my car, put it on his trailer. As the car was going on the trailer, it lost, what's it called? It just lost grip or something. It just fell off the chain. And the car was rolling back off the trailer really fast. And he's like, don't worry, don't worry. And I'm over here like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean, don't worry? My car's literally rolling back really fast. So I ran up to the car trying to jump in, pull the e-brake so it doesn't hit another car or something. And then the car just, like, jumped a little bit. Obviously, that's what you're doing, to hit an e-brake real hard. So I pulled it up, and I'm over here just like, what this guy even know what he's doing? And he looked on the bottom of my car. He's like, yo, man, it looks like, because I don't have a crash bar to put, your tow hook on. He's like, because he's trying to put it like on the axles and something. He's like, your rear shaft axle, the one that's connected to the diff, is broken. And I'm like, so I'm assuming, that's what connects to your diff to make your wheels move. So it goes into the gearbox and makes it move. So that's what was officially broken with my car. The E36 is that the rear drive shaft broke off, but I'm thinking that there's a lot of oil that leaked. I'm hoping my drivetrain, my differential is not messed up. We'll have to see. So that was that. He told me that was the issue. There's another way to get it towed. He helped me. I put my foot on the brake. He reversed into me with his truck. It was just a long day. Finally got me back home, put it in front of the house. I went inside, and I just, I was just chilling for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just trying to rethink, like, what am I going to do right now? And then I remembered that I took all the paperwork out of the car because I don't know which tow trucks that car is going to be taken in, put it in my pocket, and then when I was in his truck, I was really comfortable. I just put it on his side door. It was a really dumb thing to do, but I was just, I wanted to look on my phone and just wanted to relax for a little bit, put it on the side of his door. And I forgot all my pink slip, my registration. I mean, not my registration, but like everything I need, the bill of sale, everything that I need to get the car under my name. And it was all in his truck, and he was like 45 minutes away at this point. So I called him. Luckily, he was a nice guy. He told me where he was. He's like, I'll chill here next to McDonald's. I'll eat there. Just meet me here, and like, whatever, how long it takes you. I was like, really do appreciate it. Went down there. As I'm going down there, my phone dies because my phone was already on 10%. I forgot my phone was like about to die. So on my way there, my phone dies. I don't even know the address he gave me. I don't know anything. So I just kept on driving down that highway, super stressed out. And then I was like, dude, this is just no way. I found a Walgreens, and I charged my phone there. Charged enough for like a good 7%. And then I started continuing my journey down to him. Once I made it down to him, my phone died again. I don't know where I was. It wasn't really like a place where you can buy chargers. It was kind of like a suburban neighborhood. It wasn't, I don't know how to explain it. It was just kind of a dead neighborhood. And I was just lost again. So trying to get back home, just followed the LA exits and every single thing, because that's what my cousins told me to do when you don't know where to go, just always follow the LA exits. So I've been following all the LA exits, and eventually I started seeing my street, my city names. So I followed those, finally get off an exit, and on my way home, my cousin's homes were a little bit closer. Stopped by to literally just calm down, maybe get a cup of water, see how they're doing before I get home. And when I left the house, my mom was very, very worried about, because she's like, who is this guy in the first place? Because like it wasn't a real tow truck company. She was like super sketched out that I'm meeting him for 45 minutes away. I never called it back. She was texting me, calling me, and everything. I didn't know she was texting me, calling me, because my phone was dead the entire time. And then she was like super stressed out, crying and everything. And my dad had a good idea to call my cousins. Maybe I'll be there, or maybe they know what's up with me. And then they got a hold of my cousin. I was there at my cousin's house, and then my dad basically put my mom on the phone. She was bawling in tears. My situation that day was already garbage. I wasn't really in the mood, and my mom started crying. All my emotions just went out, and it was just a very, very, very bad day. I went home. I was thinking about at least making a video, but I was just, not in the mood. It was a very unfun experience. Now, I honestly don't know if I'm even going to upload this right now. If this has been uploaded, it's uploaded. I just wanted to let y'all know what's going on with me. And, money is a problem. Money's always been a problem. I tend to spend my money on my cars because that's what I love. That's what keeps me going in life. And one day, hopefully my passion would turn into my my career. So that's just that. I do plan on uploading the next couple days, maybe some informative videos, but nothing with really driving. I'm going to be trying to fix the E36 still, but, not going to be driving. I'm going to be driving my mom's Prius for all I know for the next couple weeks. Maybe just a week if I could figure out how cheap it's going to be to fix the E36 and get back on the road on that guy. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. I didn't want to upload this if I did. I know it's pretty depressing, but it's not just because I'm being lazy. It's just there's a lot been going on. And yeah, smash that like button if you understand what I'm going through. And leave a comment if you guys had shitty days like this. I saw this guy on Instagram that luckily hasn't happened to me because I don't know what I would do. Somebody T-boned him and his E90, and just when he got T-boned, he hit a pole as well in the front end. So all of his, custom mods up front, doors, side skirts, the suspension, the rear, everything you could possibly think of a custom part got destroyed. And I can't imagine, this is all materialistic kind of things, but from a perspective from a teenager is that this is a lot of our money, this is our passion. We like to work on cars. When we see all of our work get destroyed, it's kind of a mood killer. So yeah, it sucks. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as he did. Luckily, I didn't spin out, because when my rear drive shaft fell, I forgot to even mention this. When my rear drive shaft fell, it's so heavy to where if he would have hit the ground, my car would have bounced up, and then who knows if I would have lost control and hit another car. Especially it's not insured or anything, I'll be screwed. That God made it a lot better than it should have been. That day would have been even worse, but BMW thought to put the exhaust underneath the drive shaft, so when it fell on the exhaust and bent down the exhaust like almost to the ground, but the exhaust pretty much saved the drive shaft from hitting the ground and making things a whole lot worse. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I promise you'll be a whole lot more happier. Probably gonna be in the same shirts and everything. Probably gonna make a video right now on the E90 because I got to make a couple videos on my day off. I had 2 days off, but that's life. You don't know what's gonna happen the next day. So always feel blessed for what you have, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
She got me saying, "Yalla, baby, I need you to see me. Quit with the frontin' and put your guard down, girl. We know you ain't easy." She got me saying, "Yalla, baby."
Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi. Các bạn hãy bấm like, comment và hãy bấm nút đăng ký để ủng hộ cho kênh mình nha.